We may be in Calgary, but this week it's the Homan Empire. The 24 Scottish champs have returned to the site of their success. No sign of slowing down. So can Rachel Homan and company make it back-to-back PointsBet titles? Caitlin Laws could be the skip that pops the bubble. The two-time Olympic gold medalist has her team rolling in the right direction and rolling in tow. Today's winner will add $12,000 to their pocket. It's the Final Four, the PointsBet Invitational, and it's next. Well, that blast of summer we had when we first got here and opened up on Wednesday, well, that's gone. As the temperature's now starting to fall, feeling more fall-like here in Calgary. As we come back for our fourth day of coverage, the PointsBet Invitational from here at WinSport Events Center. Hosting the event for the very first time, yesterday it was the Women's Elite 8. And number 10, Kayla Skurlik from right here in Calgary, the Garrison Curling Club, against the number 2, Chelsea Carey from the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg, of course, former Jennifer Jones team. First, and look at this, bang. And you can put 3 on the board, and Skurlik never looked back from there. Yeah, we did okay there, as she goes on to pick up the win. So from 16 to 8, and now down to the Final Four, including Rachel Homan, number 1, number 4, Caitlin Laws, Kate Cameron, and of course, Skurlik. And our feature will be Homan against Laws. As on this Saturday afternoon, we do say hello, Canada. Welcome back to Calgary. Kathy Russ alongside. What's your thought on the Final Four?
I think they're really a good Final Four. On the very first day on Wednesday, we saw some September throws. We call them, it's early in the season, you let go and you think, where is that going? That has disappeared. We're seeing quality curling out of all 4 of these teams.
All right, as we mentioned, Rachel Homan, number 1, Canadian world champion against Caitlin Laws. I don't know if we'll ever see a season like we did last year from Homan, 67-7. But if there's a team that's going to do it, it just may be her, because she's off to a superstar.
100%. It might be this season. Vic 10-0 already. Won the first field 8-0, 2-0 here. And a lot of those games weren't even close. And there's an old saying, if you rest, you rust. And this team, there's no rust. They're always looking at something else, even a new coach. They've gone from Bartlett to Botcher. And when you think about it, Rachel's had a ton of coaches, world-class coaches. If she's learned a couple of things from each one of those, maybe that's why she's number 1.
So what do you think the difference will be for Laws to take advantage and maybe possibly pull off the upset?
Well, a really strong performance from her front end. Their numbers are actually better than Homan's going into this game. That helps. But 10% less, both Selena and Caitlin yesterday. That's not a trend that can continue against this tough Homan back end.
Time to meet the teams now, and it's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Caitlin Laws and her team, they hail from the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg, skipped by Caitlin Laws and backed up by Kristen Gordon, Jocelyn Peterman, and Selena Negevin. Rachel Homan from the Ottawa Curling Club. Rachel Homan at the head with Sarah Wilkes, Emma Miskew, and Tracy Fleury. So we have 4 remaining. In about 3 hours, we'll be down to the final 2 here at the PointsBet Invitational. And now we have our final 4.
One day at a time, don't stop the party up. Don't stop it now. Don't stop it.
The 2024 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. By BKT Tires, growing together. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
And so it is, number 1 against number 4. Rachel Homan against Caitlin Laws. And let's look at the two games on the ice, Kathy.
Well, the game that I'll be watching closely is the Kayla Skrilla-Kate Cameron game. The big key in this match is the third for Kate Cameron. Taylor has come back after being off having a child, and her numbers have been huge. 86-93. Margot Fleming, third for Kayla Skrilla, is going to have to play very well.
Yeah, the odds favor both Cameron and Homan. The odds tracker is brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. And it is Homan to play the yellow. She has won the draw to the button. Laws will play the red. Interesting note, however, second time on this sheet for Rachel Homan, sheet C. And in the game against Gabby Wood in the Sweep 16, Wood, of course, was the junior Canadian champion. Homan actually played the Redstones. So maybe in that game has seen something. Said, you know what? We don't like them necessarily. We'll go to the yellows and we'll give whatever we saw to Laws. Now we'll watch and see if they have an issue.
Well, that's an absolute fact, Vic. That would be the only reason. If you loved all 8 red, you would have kept them when you have the choice like that. And it's a great way to do it. You know, maybe the 7 and 8 aren't matched. Caitlin's got them to maybe in practice to start with. If she doesn't pick on them quick enough, big advantage for Homan.
And sometimes when we get down to just 2 sheets, teams are allowed to choose from the adjacent sheet, but not today. Both in the men's and the women's this afternoon, you choose the yellow or the red, but they must be from this sheet.
Yep. Hard. Gotta go to stay. Hard. I thought she was throwing the...
All right, keys to the game, and we'll start with Caitlin Laws.
Well, find the feel, and we've just kind of touched on it. I've never worried about Caitlin Law's hitting ability. She's one that can actually hold up to Rachel Homan's hitting ability, but finding that forefoot will be the key, especially if the rock's figured out. And maximum separation, the longer the doubles are against Rachel Homan, the better.
Top 4. Back 4. Running like still back 4. Back 8.
It's trying with no broom. Yeah.
Go. Good.
13-7.
And the keys for Rachel Homan.
Well, no miscues. Emma was 81 her first game, 80 yesterday up against Jocelyn Peterman, who was 95 yesterday. Emma has to be that little bit better for sure, which she usually is. And changing surfaces. Last night, Homan was in good shape, but all of a sudden she was giving just a hair too much ice because the ice started to straighten out the last half. Caught her a couple times. She has to be aware of that.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Sponge Towels, paper towels. Nothing absorbs like it. And let me correct myself. I said that Gabby Wood was the Canadian junior champion. She's the college champion.
Right.
And she's out of Concordia University, a small 3,500 student university in Edmonton. So, and we make this note all the time. Here is Homan with last rock, but she will not divert from blanking the first. And even against Wood, who was the 16th seed, she did exactly the same thing, up and down the ice.
And I would never do that against the 16th seed. There's never been in this situation on national television, the crowds, the arena surface, but that's her MO. And Kathy, remind me, I think there might have been a year where Rachel didn't do this, but virtually her whole career.
She really has, and I really like the approach, not even about the style, but just their philosophy is it doesn't matter who you play. This is what they do. So whether you're a 16th seed, and maybe you're right, Vic, they could have taken a jump on a team with less experience, that's not as important for Team Homan, is to read the ice and figure it out in the first end and stay with their game plan.
Yeah, you can argue it either way, can't you? Because you draw number 1. I would argue the only way Rachel was going to lose to Team Wood, which was ranked 16th, is to go crazy in the first end, and when they're not ready, and that's when they might make some mistakes. You can be pretty patient at 10 in game.
So we started on Wednesday. 16 teams, men, women's teams. 10 ends. You have to pay a minimum of 8. One timeout, 38 minutes to think about things, and each team Each winning team will take home a grand total of $50,000. 4 wins will earn you 50 grand.
That's good. Throw him.
5. Do you feel like 10-5 draws?
Yeah.
Caitlin going inside out. I've seen Caitlin call inside out takeouts a lot this week.
Right.
Yep. Really hard.
Right to it. Gotta go. Stay down. Right to it. Good brush. 10-5. Good sweep.
10-1.
10-5.
It's a wonderful weight when the ice surface is predictable like it is here. Greg Gawasco and team have done a brilliant job as usual.
I kept it there.
Teams used to throw like a 9-second hit, 9.5 for their normal weights. If it's this quick underfoot, and you can use the directional brushing,
Whoa, little bit.
that 10-5 is a wonderful number. It's tough to roll out.
Keep going. Keep going. Can't hurt it. Keep going. Okay. Okay. Okay.
It's not on, but I still like this. Hey. Same weight.
Could draw around it.
Selena Negovan.
Careless.
Yep.
Yep.
Right to it.
Now, if they leave it there,
Push.
do you think Rachel would go around?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay, do you think she will now?
No,
Okay.
no, because because it's in the paint.
Okay.
If you go around, let's say you get it half buried, and Caitlin managed to hit and stay, it sits 2, then the blank's just about off the table. And as we talked about, that's what they want to do is blank. But I think if it stayed in the corner, Vic, they might have done it.
Middle up. Girl.
Again, it all comes back to your feel. Is Rachel, if you're going to play the come around, does Rachel think Tracy can make it?
Yes. Yeah. I think this should curl her hair more than the out.
Sounds good. Keep her brim
Go
down.
down, yeah.
Seeded number 4,
Same speed.
Caitlin Laws, 2-time Olympic gold medal winner. In the team game with Jennifer Jones in Sochi in 14, and then in 18, the mixed doubles with John Morris.
Speed's good.
It's a pretty good number, 82%, because some of Caitlin's shots have been extremely difficult.
Hard. Right to it.
You got it.
Hard. Little roll, Kristen. Little roll. Good.
So the winner takes home $50,000, but all the teams are given $5,000 initially to their seed money to cover expenses such as travel and accommodation. And then today we're playing for $12,000 going to the winner. Eventually it is $50,000. And Rachel Homan is the defending women's champion. On the men's side, Reed Carruthers, the 2-time defending champion, was eliminated, as was the 2-time runner-up, Matt Dunstone.
Normal. Little light.
Weight's good.
Clean.
Whoa.
901.
Good. Hold edge of 4 line.
Totally opposite concepts here. That was a 9-second hit. Exactly 9:01, and I believe they wanted 9, so that's what you call accurate. Took 0 ice on the outside in shot for Rachel, whereas Caitlin's throwing more like a 10.5 on the swingy curl turn.
It's running better than it feels like. I thought
Yeah.
that would
Yeah. That makes
down
sense.
normal for stuff.
Yeah,
Didn't really
it
give it any
maintained.
extension.
Yeah.
Just straight through, no broom. Anything that should have come down.
A little more. Easy here.
Oh, 10.
Solid. Close.
Yep. Yep.
So by comparison, we know Rachel Homan up and down the ice. The other game Kathy's watching is Kayla Skurlik against Kate Cameron. And by comparison, Kathy, you've got rocks in play. It's
they
just
went after each other.
A different philosophy.
Very much so. They went after each other right away. And consequences, as you saw yesterday, Kayla scoring 3 early and may find herself in a position to do just the same.
What was that?
Right? Freeze?
Hard!
So you played it for the blank.
Look out.
Hard, sir. You really got to go.
Got to really go, and it will just go. Blank the first. It's the final 4 semifinals of this year's PointsBet Invitational from here at Winsport Event Center on the grounds of Canada Olympic Park. Now we've got something going. After that blank in 1, Rachel Homan with last rock has the hammer playing the Yellowstone. Center goes up from Caitlin Laws, corner from Homan, and now not quite buried. Back of the tee line, the second lead stone from Kristen Gordon.
It looks like the guard, the Laws guard, is not touching the center line, so they don't want to wreck here. Or sorry, they can wreck here, I should say. If it was touching the line, they'd have to be careful in this one.
Hard for the roll. Hard. You're really close. Hard. Keep going.
Nice shot. Try to roll away from that guard, making it tougher for Team Laws to get it buried.
10.5. Stay down this.
It's a good weight choice, Kathy. It's a simple wide open hit for Holman's team, but they throw soft weight and they were trying to roll a little farther. Then when Laws hits it, it's well behind the tee line and they can freeze to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't want it high because Laws can roll high and be close to the pin.
Good 5. Good weight.
Just one other game on the ice, and it is number 10, Kayla Skurlik against number 6, Kate Cameron.
Well, Kayla continuing with her really good draw weight. Kate Cameron took a bit of a risk on her first one, ignoring the shot stone in the back 8 foot and tried to use her corner guard to make a really good bury and trying to generate her 2, but she came deep, and that allowed Kayla Skurlik to come on top of her, so she faces 2, looking for full 8 foot, biting the 4.
Kate Cameron went to the semifinal of the Scotties in this building back in February, losing the semifinal to Jennifer Jones.
Little more.
Light.
Just that little bit. Steal of 1.
Steal of 1 for Skurlik, her 7th stolen point of the event.
Almost 2.
Well, and you know, Russ, we talk about it all the time, how that, especially in the first end, that center path is just heavier because everybody throws outside in and the draws to the button and they don't throw them up and down the middle.
I think that's exactly what happened.
Yep. Just to it. Hard. Whoa.
Interesting call. You don't see the freeze very often.
Good judge.
Good throw.
14-9. Just pick it.
You like this?
Not a shot that I expect Jocelyn to jam, but she could pick out her own and obviously roll out, and then Team Home was going around that corner guard.
Good. Oh. No. Kristen.
Oh, boy.
Hard curl. No.
Kristen Gordon on the brush, and will miss both.
I think we're all guilty,
Sorry.
Kath. Jocelyn would know if she hit it a little too thick. It hits the back red. You need some power to get it out. So then she just whipped it.
And probably knew the second she let go.
Oh, yeah.
But there's no coming back.
Yeah, it looks back. hit them hard. You gotta go.
7. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Keep
whoa.
going. Keep going. 8. Yeah, keep going.
Whoa, let it stop.
Okay.
Emma miscue.
8.
And that'll go deep too.
Works.
And slides for third shot. Oh, some mistakes being traded.
You like that?
It's the pick again,
think
stupid.
so. First that was the nose on the side one.
That's what I thought.
So how gutsy is this to ignore?
45
Somebody from the other end said,
Yeah.
why don't we play the pick again? No.
Yep.
They've elected to go. Are they going to play the pick?
No.
No, they're going to go behind now.
But you're right. It's aggressive, but it isn't because obviously if you miss the paint, you're looking at 3. But by drawing well, you've got one buried, and you've got third shot also, which eliminates the one that's buried around the corner at this point.
And I think that's the key. You're not going to get that one around the corner out, so make it better.
Yeah, right.
Good. Really nice.
Sunk.
You play the pick, Kath, even if you make it perfect, Homan's sitting 2.
Sure she is.
I don't think we can chase it.
What you think? Okay.
Play the run back here, and you make contact on the shot rock. One of the reds could go into one of those yellows.
And I think maybe that's why Rachel said, I'm not sure we can chase it.
Yeah.
Tracy Fleury.
Roll it, shooter, roll the shooter. Roll it.
And drives it right through.
Really good. Good, Trace. Nice
Now
shot.
look at that. Has rolled too.
Great sweep.
So
Better.
it covers the second stone, the second shot belonging to Homan.
Actually better, Kathy, isn't it? Because if it had come down and ticked the shot rock, it would have redirected
Onto their own.
It's nice that we didn't touch either of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
Said you clipped it, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Sneaky shot. So the situation I always used to like when I had hammer was, yes, Caitlin's guarding a very dangerous rock, but getting these guards perfect, especially second end with this much curl, it's so easy to have the half a rock open on either side here, giving Homan a chance to sit 2.
Gotta go hard! Hard!
Trying to put that guard back.
Easy, whoa, whoa. I'd rather. Good. Good feet.
Nice, Great, Trace.
Well placed.
Look at that wood.
I don't know.
Okay. Hack!
She see enough here, teasing them into something?
Just barely, and I would say it's too hard to make, but it's Tracy Fleury. Her speed control is so good 90% of the time. They can throw like a heavy back line to hack, skinny to guard. I think they can sit 2. Stop.
11. Hard! Hard! Hack!
Trying to keep this up. Hold up this curl. Get it by the guard. Now,
Curl.
Sarah Wilkes helping over.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
And yes, and look where this will spin.
Nice, Tracy.
So shot rock,
Good.
as well as 3 and 4, belong to Homan.
Nice stone. Any lighter. They actually overbrushed that a shade. Could have sat 2.
Nice throws.
Tracy.
Would have been nice to stay for 7.
Yeah. It was fairly heavy hack. But we were sweeping it. So
Yeah.
didn't want to come any closer to the guard though.
I know.
You need a thick corner.
Same scenario here. And
You want full
the
four?
good thing for Team Laws, they've played this. They know the spot. They know the speed.
More speed to your side.
You want to
Yeah, it looks
over curl
nice.
it if anything.
14.5, so you know, this is probably 4 3/4, no problem now.
Yeah.
They're out of the button path that both teams played in practice.
Mine's good. Top 4. Okay, let it work. Mine's good. A little wider
No. Top 4.
Skip stones.
Kristen's rock.
Really, really curl here to get it underneath.
Yep, keep going, Kristen. Keep going.
Well, Kristen
Keep
is
going.
making this rock
Easy.
move. Look at it.
Easy. Whoa.
That rock was way out
Yep.
there.
It was wider than the previous one, wasn't it?
It really was. She was out even with the guard, and a combination of the right weight and great directional brushing, particularly by Kristen, to move that stone over. Look at how far it is. It's
Yeah.
almost on the guard.
Yeah, you're what?
Keep going, Kristen.
Almost
Keep
middle
going.
8 coming over the hog line.
So Jocelyn's doing it for speed, but they don't want her to bring it further as much as they want Kristen to just direct that stone to get it moving and behind the guard. Well managed.
No kidding, because if it pokes out, if it stays partly open, there's a thin double to sit 4. Not now.
They're higher now.
Slightly tougher
Are you
than
throwing just an 11?
Tracy's attempt.
Guard's okay. How are you throwing it?
You're seeing more of it, though. Don't you think?
Yeah, maybe a hair, but it's higher too. It's equally as tough for sure.
4.5 to tee here.
Yeah.
Remember, Rachel throws a very positive, kind of pokes it inside out with her release. She doesn't get much curl unless it's a very soft
11. Easy. Just 11. Whoa, him. Little light.
You're shooting for some 50% usually, and 56% on hammer conversions. Again, gotta go. Look at miscue. Gotta go. One more time, gotta go. Oh, she saved it for her. And now is there enough to push it back? Look at that. How nice. How pretty.
Great shot.
Yeah, it was 15, 20 feet lighter than Tracy's, and that's what made that thing curl. What a shot.
Oh,
Just great pressure by Emma on the head of that broom. Look at how close they get that. Sarah just cleaning the path, but it is Emma because of where she's brushing to keep the stone straighter to get by.
say it all the time. Never overthrown.
No.
Yes, maybe used her brushers too much, but that's what they're there for.
Oh, yeah.
And just enough to make the shot.
Well, I don't think that Emma and Sarah would ever say they're used too much. That's what it's all about.
I understand that, but my point is that the weight, the throw, the use of the brushers, it's well managed.
Absolutely agree.
It was quite a bit lighter than Tracy's attempt, and you saw Tracy roll to our right. She went to school on Tracy's. Those are the shots that, in my humble opinion, 3, 4, 5 years ago, Rachel wasn't as accurate at. Now she's dialing that weight in perfectly.
More. Back 8.
Where do you go here, Kathleen? Back button maybe? Back 4?
Boy, it is tight. You almost have to bury around the stone that Rachel just threw, but then she's got it just an easy tick sideways. So maybe deeper's better.
You have to get it buried, yeah.
Peterman and Gordon on the carry, and how is that? Look at that!
Boy.
What a response from Caitlin Laws.
Just perfection.
Real close to the same.
Good sweep, indeed. Great throw.
Yeah.
Not that it matters. Good catch.
I'm not sure if the double's there, but if
You
it
guys
had,
like the same
if it had
shot?
stopped here, just
Just a
that
bit of
couple of
separation.
inches higher, that double's there all day.
Yeah, you
got
have
it.
to throw quite a bit more weight. That's the only thing, eh?
12.
Quite a bit more weight, yeah.
You need hacks, so you can see a third of it. So to get that all the way, I think it
Wow.
might just jam and then.
I think we're still shot
Yeah.
if it jams.
I don't mind that if you're seeing it.
I don't know what it's going to do. It'd be a wild guess.
Got the angle raised also.
Yeah, I know. It's
don't
just,
know.
I got to throw probably 6 feet more weight, which is similar to what Tracy threw.
If you're not seeing,
She only hit a quarter and it won't
Yeah,
make the
and
shot.
we cleared the guard by a fair amount.
Same weight
On
Tracy
Tracy.
threw.
So
You've got that same shot.
Whatever you're seeing. Also, if you don't think that's there, I think we can make a good guess at this.
Hits are running fairly straight.
Yeah.
That same shot, it looks better to me, Kathy.
I think it's easier. She's been in that path. She
That looks pretty.
taps it back.
I like this. Okay. Yeah. Should come up just a hair.
Kathy, of the stones
I don't know if it's
around
gonna
the
come
edge of
up.
the 8, the 2 yellows and the 1 back Laws, who do you think is the shot there?
Unless you guys want me to chase this out.
I believe the red one.
Okay. Just
No, I like this. I think this is easier than chasing. It's up to you, though.
So chase is there too.
so angle
like
raise,
both.
stick it for a
Whichever one
possible
you
3.
wanna throw.
Yes.
They're both there. I think the chase looks like, this intern chase looks like the hardest option. It's like only a quarter.
Half a rock.
Yeah, the intern chase they're talking about is very tough. The same rock she just threw, just a fraction harder,
I don't
is
think
there.
it's going to do anything.
The angle raise is there, and
agree.
it skips preference.
They come up at
We've seen Rachel make a boatload of these.
kind of in a tighter line. Not out in the
Her
table.
jaws are running forever.
Okay.
And then breaking at the end.
Okay. I don't think it'll fall. Like if it might sit there.
Okay.
Come up if a hair if anything.
Thin half.
No, thick. I'd say half or a thick half.
How are you throwing it?
Straight through.
The thing with Rachel's, she's played so much on arena ice. They are relatively predictable. They'll run straight. Her sweepers
Yeah.
pull it back. You just don't want to be wide.
Yeah, she can make it run straight on any surface.
Angle raise for a possible 3 after a great draw by Caitlin Laws. Here we go. Angle it back. Got it. Oh, goodness. 3 of the best shots you'll see this season.
Absolutely.
And 3 on the board. Homan here in the second.
Very nonchalant.
Just automatic, Vic.
Three nothing. Rachel Homan. But really, 3 wonderful shots. Homan's first, that great come around by Caitlin Laws, and then the angle raise and stuck it for the 3 as we welcome you back. On this Saturday afternoon, PointsBet Invitational Final 4.
I'd like to give you the same.
Yeah, both teams made some
Keep this.
brilliant shots, some
Yeah, same
great
right here, Mark,
weight
yeah.
judgment. The brushers never made a mistake on anything. Tracy chipped one out, rolled a hair too far, but chipped it out. Rachel's first one was perfect, and that's the funny part about the second one, Kathy, is I didn't hear a line call from anybody. It was just like practice shot. Just hit it perfect for 3.
And like nutted it. There,
Yeah.
was there wasn't even any. Is it going to
There's a-
roll and stick around?
Rub off. Not in though, not in, not in.
It's in. It's definitely.
Good sweep.
Yeah, or a little roll to the middle. Okay.
So it took 2 really good shots by Homan to get her 3. This is number 1.
No kidding. And I talked before, this finesse shot was probably the weakest shot years ago. Not anymore. Look at the speed. Just didn't even tap it out, Vic. Just enough to sit the deuce. That's all on Flurry, too, to get that line right.
And then Caitlin Laws wrapped one around. You saw that red stone on the button, followed up by this.
Just dead silence. It was so good they didn't know what to do with it. Bang, bang, 3.
The key shots are brought to you by BKT Tires. Growing together.
Good shot, him.
Exactly what happened for mine. Like that.
Okay.
And turning this one around, I pounding it to the floor.
Well, it's funny, Vic, because if you remember when we talked to Selena before the game, we asked her about the approach for Homan, and she said the one thing we want to guard against is giving her a run back for a multiple points.
Yeah.
But in that situation for Team Laws, they're never going to guard a run back. They needed to get in there, and Caitlin made it as perfect as she could have.
Good sweep. Yeah.
Just an up normal.
Up normal?
Do you like that?
Yep.
That was a 9-2.
Okay.
Look at the ice
Think
this
it's right
team
where you
takes,
let go?
Kathy. It's like 0.
It's less than
can
0.
hold
It's
it.
the middle of the rock.
It's going to take 8.5, 9 seconds to get down there, you think. But it's just that slight outward
Yeah.
pop that this
Yeah.
team's
Hard.
perfected.
Emma miscue.
Normal. Hard. Hard.
You know, we talked about EJ Harnden yesterday, that when he came to Team Gushu, he had to learn their release. Well, the same with Tracy. Remember the first year they got together, people were like, oh, I don't know, they throw differently. And how much work she will have put in to try to throw a relatively similar, predictable release that doesn't curl out of her hand, but runs that straight back up like the rest of the other members of the team.
For sure.
So hard.
It's really hard. You know, how many world-class golfers say to themselves, you know, I've made a swing change and it ruins them for a year.
Maybe that's what happened to me.
Yeah, that swing change. When you went from left to right, eh? Like that.
When you picked up the club.
Yeah, that's probably more true.
Gotta hold the line. Hold the line. Cap
Not busting.
You can hurt it because you gotta hold the line. Line's great. No bounce on this line. Can't bounce on this line. It's clean. Doesn't have to curl, but it's bouncing as well. No, it's not bouncing. No, it's just on the nose. Nice.
You were mentioning, Russ, all the coaches. Well, there is the newest coach for Rachel Homan, Brendan Botcher, the 21 Brier champion. And he's going to play mixed doubles with Rachel Homan as well. And Emma Miskey was saying to Kathy and me that he had talked and worked a little bit with Donnie Bartlett, who was their coach the past couple of years. So really he's just picking up what Don had started. And there's not a, fair to say, Kathy, a tremendous change in philosophy?
I would say not right now. If you remember at the Sydney Worlds last year, they got input from Brendan, who said, I don't like the pairing of the rocks that you just threw. Here's what I'm seeing. So he's obviously watched style of play, but Brendan's really smart. He's not going to jump in and talk to Rachel about strategy until he feels really comfortable with her approach. Playing mixed doubles with her will really help those two be on the same wavelength.
I think it's more, as Miskew said, if he sees rocks, if he sees a path, if he sees your release, your slide, those are the things he'll take notice of first.
What's quite interesting, Kathy, you know, that you look over the years with Rachel, you know, Donnie Bartlett, they just won the World Curling Championship. You think they'd have Donnie Bartlett, but they've had, just from memory, Rachel said Earl Morris twice, Marcel Rock twice, help me out if you know of any, Richard Hart, Ryan Fry, Rennie Sonnenberg at the Olympics, Donnie Bartlett, now Brendan Botcher. And you start to say to yourself, as I said in the opening, if you could just get a little bit of information, maybe different information from maybe a Richard Hart at a back-end player or a Marcel Rock as a world-class lead.
Brushing.
It just goes to show that there's no rock unturned for these guys. Good shot.
Good sweeping. I would say us, but it's close.
You think it's us?
Pardon?
Sorry, you think it's us?
I think it's us, yeah. Yep. Hey, do you like a 14-5 here?
Yeah. You got her, Selena.
So Laws believes that their Yellowstone, or pardon me, their Redstone is the shot rock.
Yeah.
The shot.
Pretty vulnerable situation. It's not like you could hit the yellow one if you wanted to.
Hard.
Hard line.
Hard.
Back forward.
This will be a big sneak if they can, and they can't.
Sweet. Nice throw, Selena.
Desperately trying to get that by, then there's no double, and one of our keys was try to get as much separation as you can, because you know what Homan's going to try to do.
Which turn? Oh, turn. Okay.
Skurlik, Kayla from the Garrison in Calgary stole one in the first.
And this end has been very much like our feature sheet, some really precise shot making. Kayla's final stone was an angle raise to remove the shot stone that belonged to Cameron, but she rolled a little bit too far. Kate right now is second shot, trying to make a nose hit to lie 2, and if she can get to the inside and roll over, she may even get 3.
Girl. Okay.
Boy, that rolled the wrong way.
They are struggling out of the gate, Cameron, just 62% as a team.
Big heel.
Wow.
Whoa. Yep. Close.
What is really big?
Great shot.
That
Great
fall?
shot, Rach. Really good.
Fall the whole way?
Sit right there.
I threw it for that though. I wouldn't sweep it.
Yeah.
It has to be so disheartening for, in this case, Caitlin Laws. You know, Caitlin made that pistol last time. Looked like she might get out of it with a possible steal. Gives up 3 with an angle raise, and then this one.
Nice shot. She saw me launch it, so.
These inserted rocks, if you get it up to maybe 8 seconds or higher, 7, 6, that type of thing, it's virtually playing darts. It's not going to go anywhere.
Tap it to
I know, I
T-line.
can't
Rachel's form
Yeah,
is so
and I
good,
think
she's
we
always
need,
going to be
like,
close.
Back button weight.
I like back 4, yeah.
You got it. There then. Basically like thick half of it.
Yeah. That's kind of why I didn't want to foul yours. I just wanted to be.
Just try and tap and make a pocket. Like the far one.
Sounds good.
Like T back 4, basically. Back button.
Just tap
Tiny
the
bit less ice than you
right
would.
hand as we
Max,
looked
if
to
we're talking
higher
about
rock,
one.
an inch or 2.
I think it's real close, Caitlin. Just like that
Speed's
speed.
nice.
Yeah.
Similar to what I gave you here.
Yep.
I tried to slow down a
Line
bit.
good.
I think it's all there. Easy.
Back 4. Back 8.
Whoa, curl
You saw
it
the earlier
back.
number for Rachel Homan, 56%.
Girl. Come on. Come on, get it over there. Girl, Doc, you're doing it.
Keep going.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay. Good sweep. 13 feet. Right on the nose.
So,
Yeah.
this is where it's
So a little bit heavier than the back button
here,
weight
it's
that she was asking
Yes, yes.
After this.
Nose hit here, and Caitlin hits it dead on. She will barely be shot rocks.
If nose is good, she can't nose back.
Yeah. Nose works.
Well, wait.
Normal nose works.
Okay.
This is where we've been getting a bit of curl.
Yeah.
I'll keep this.
Okay.
Normal.
Whoa.
Little leg, Benny.
She kept it out.
for. Rachel Homan in her last.
Girl.
Maybe too much pop.
Yes.
That's good.
Not bad. Yeah, you could see it, Vic, couldn't you? A little outward motion, and that's what gets her to throw it so straight, but sometimes it'll back it up too far.
Confusing. I kept it there, and you probably thought
I thought
keep
you
it
said
there.
yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Just for him. Got it.
I touched in the opening also with Caitlin's wonderful ability to hit again with a perfect delivery, but
Like for him.
this is a dangerous play.
Just for him. Yeah.
You could draw here.
You got it, Caitlin.
Anything high side, it's a guaranteed steal of 1.
You got it.
If you ever rolled out the other way, it's a steal of 4. Be tempting to draw, Kathy.
She's had such great draw weight this whole event.
87%. Draws 83% on her hits.
Firm, clean. Whoa, oh. Whoa. Clean.
Clean.
Yep. Whoa. Clean.
Clean. Clean.
Yep.
Yep.
Good.
Well done.
One.
But it is against a bunch. 3-1, Homan, the defending champion, leads. Well, into the Wayback Machine, flashing back to the 2009 Canadian Junior Women's Final in Salmon Arm, BC. Caitlin Laws, Manitoba against Ontario's Rachel Homan. In the 7th, trailing by 1, Laws with a draw for 2, and Manitoba would take a 3-2 lead. Skip to the final end, 4-4. Homan isn't able to hit and stick, and Laws doesn't have to throw her last. Make the final 7-4 Manitoba, as Laws, along with lead Brianne Meakin, second Larissa Grenkow, and the third Jenna Loader, are your 2009 Canadian Junior champions. And it's interesting to note that the next year, in 10, well, then Homan got her Canadian Junior Championship and goes to Flims, Switzerland, where she wins the silver, losing the gold to Anna Hasselborg. Amazing how those names are still with us. And in this particular event, there are 23 women who have won Canadian Junior Championships and 18 men in this field, the PointsBet Invitational. Great training ground, the Canadian Juniors, as we welcome you back to WinSport Event Center here at Canada Olympic Park. It is the Final Four, and in this semifinal, Rachel Homan leads 3-1 as we go to the 4th. And once again, Homan does have Last Rock playing the Redstone.
Still think 4.5, or do you like a hair better than that?
I like 4.5.
Okay, lots of room.
Copy.
Lots of room.
Anna Hasselborg just
Selena's rock.
won the right again, didn't she, to go to the World Championships?
Copy.
There, you gotta go as deep as you can. Keep going. Keep going as far as you can. As far as you can.
I think she won the right to go to the Euros.
Is that what it was?
I think so, representing Sweden.
Against Vrano.
Right.
14-9.
And it's funny, we talked about it for a couple of years there. Vrano was really winning all of those matchups, but that's when Agnes and Anna were having children, and now they've sort of put their family lives on hold and really focused on the Olympics, and Anna has been the more dominant of the two coming out of Sweden.
Put you back to work, as in a 1-1 tie, Kayla Skurlick does have Last Rock playing the Redstones.
Well, that shot stone on the lid was tried to be capped by Kate on her final through a guard, but it over curled, and so there is access to get in front of it, and that is what Kayla will need to do in order to score. Facing one needs the lid.
Line's great. See? All your guys.
Throwing 88% on her draws.
A little higher.
Gonna curl!
Okay, clean. Line's getting better. Clean. Clean room. Yes, clean. Okay,
And
Kayla.
didn't curl up, went a little deep. Maybe, I don't know, do you think they overbrushed that early?
I do.
Okay.
Steal of one.
Always the front end's fault.
That is not true.
It's a rule in curling.
But again, this is a great time of the year where you realize that your communication is maybe not where it needs to be, because if they were calling line, they were hearing yes, but Jerry doesn't know in the house, yes what?
Yes.
And so that's where you be more specific. They carve that. She's got a chance to get shot.
I like more, because I could low side this.
Okay.
It's edge on edge. I want to make sure I can't low side.
Okay, I think it's tough with normal.
Yeah, normal's good. Normal?
I think so.
Really well thought out. When they're trying to run back, Emma offered up, if I get by the guard tight and I raise it, cross it, raise it back and miss it, and then I roll to the center line, it's double guarded.
Whoa. Yep.
You're better to miss this slightly wide.
Yep. Whoa. Yes.
Hard, Sarah. Go, go, go.
Hard.
Hard.
Oh, this is just about perfect.
Yes.
Oh, got it by. Here we go.
Shot him.
And it'll just pop and show itself on that intern side.
Beauty. I swept that extra hard so you wouldn't low side.
It was possible. I got by the guard by like an inch and a half.
Great shot.
I know.
Nice shot. Well, and then I'm like, I just talked about hitting the guard as a backup. I'm like, I can't high side it.
I gave it.
Okay, room. Lassie's rock.
Selena Negevin at third for Laws, and of course Tracy Fleury at third for Homan,
Lost in there.
former teammates
Okay, line's getting better. Go for depth.
representing Manitoba.
Come on, right there. Keep going, keep going, keep going. A little more, a little more. Nice spot.
In Thunder Bay and in the bubble, the COVID bubble here in Calgary.
That works too.
So Selena will take over, Kathy,
I like how
if and when
you got either
Caitlin
one.
Laws, who is due next month, decides to stop playing.
Whenever she steps back, they've already talked about this in practice. Selena has held the broom so that she gets used to seeing people come at her. And Becca Hebert, their fifth player who is here ready to step in if Caitlin needs her to, has also been throwing at Selena. So they are ready and comfortable. And she reminds us that she did skip before. She always did a lot of skipping in junior. So it's not going to be a new pair of shoes for her to step into.
Two options here with soft weight. You can tick the top on, maybe save all the yellows in the rings, or get by and kick the top four buried.
Just trying to save her shooter. She just has too much weight.
Good call, Ray. Nice shot.
Nice curling.
And they're in the foreground. That is Becca Hebert. She knows Jocelyn Peterman. Well, they won the Canadian Junior in 2012 together, and then in the background there, that's their coach, Connor Negevin. And yes, Hebert related through marriage to Ben Hebert, who throws the lead stones for Brad Jacobs.
Little more wide.
Light.
Yeah.
Toppy. Line's great.
Okay, line's good. You can go.
Toppy. Hey, as far as you can, then you need full four.
Hard. Hard, Kristen, push.
Hard.
Hard to go. It's hard
Becca
to go.
is also
Go, go, go.
on the ice and training just for that moment when she has to step in. That's a smart thing too, isn't it? When you think about it. You want to be prepared, totally prepared.
Right here.
Yeah, just like any other sport,
Just release it.
My
for sure. Oh boy, staggered guards. That's not going to help Caitlin here.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should be
it
able
is.
to chase.
I'm just
Like you
worried
would.
if we ever do that.
Oh
This is
yeah,
bad.
you have to miss high. I like that.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Similar shot they just threw. If they come down here with soft weight, try to roll over this way. Kill that one, of course. I don't think that one might go there. The yellow that they're hitting will roll into this area. Probably not in the rings, but it keeps shot rock guarded, and it's raisable for somebody like Holman.
I like that.
I have a question.
Okay, take your time, Trace.
Why even mess with the stagger?
True, you don't have to. You could loop another round, but if you get it buried, it's a good idea. This is a little safer call, because Rachel's last shot. If you tried to come around and let's say you left it wide open, Laws rolls buried, then you're wishing there wasn't a stagger. So this is a scoreboard call, I think, more than anything. Control the front.
Let's go.
Hard. Hard to save the yellow.
Keep going, keep going.
Hard. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Spin the yellow in.
Yep.
Nice shot.
Good shot.
If you hit any thicker, it was gone.
Yeah.
Nice shot, Tracy.
Isn't really any doubles.
Yeah.
It's close. This one's a little lower.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's.
Wonderful play, Vic, because we talk about controlling the front all the time. Opened everything up here. The guard's long enough that even if Caitlin gets one perfect,
Yeah.
Holman's got that skill set to get it out of there.
And the yellows are building.
Really good call.
So we don't remove that, and then she gets separation. That we're playing the double to go in two. I don't know. What do you guys like?
I thought we could just make the double.
Is the double too flat?
It's very flat.
This one's a tiny bit lower. Yeah. So you could play off this one, but it's got a long way to go. I guess if you're making that, you're not hitting that.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? So can you hit the higher one first then?
You can, but it's just it's still flat with a long way to go.
Okay. What are you thinking then?
Either one of the doubles or just trying to freeze on this side of it.
Yeah, I guess if you don't get the double out, then they're pretty separated.
Yeah, that's my only thought. But
Okay.
Like make the freeze, it's good. If we miss it, we're
yeah, I have to make whatever
Yeah.
we're playing.
Yeah.
I think if we make the double, it's still a 2 because then she just hits and rolls and there's.
Yeah.
which is okay too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if that's your
that's
goal
fine.
to, at this point, limit the damage to 2, if you play the freeze and you don't make it,
Yeah.
the potential is to sit 4.
Exactly. And then again, the guard's so long, where does she hide on her last one?
Yeah. So like, okay.
So that made that previous call, kicking out those staggers. I knew the stagger wasn't going to help Laws, but it helped Homan in a way by kicking it open.
Wouldn't you play the double to get rid of some stones, Kathy?
You know what? It's so flat.
Yeah.
It is so
But
flat.
can't you play the double on the other one, or is it too thin?
Well,
on the
again,
other
if you play that, you're leaving your rock on the 12, but you're conceding 2. You're already down 2. Do you want to be down 4 to Rachel Homan?
Well, she said, she said we're going to give up a deuce. I think she's committed in her mind that she's going to give up at least 2.
No, I think she was saying that if we play this, we're going to give up
keep it up
2.
just off the
Caitlin's
center
still
line.
looking to steal here.
Okay.
You can almost freeze on the inside of the shot rock with the turn they're throwing, and then the guard's kind of in the way. I believe they're trying to freeze on the outside,
Back
hoping it
four.
jams on the 8-foot rock.
Line's close.
Line's close. Close for line, guys.
4 still.
Yep, T-line. Yeah, line. Well,
We're tapping a little.
Back 4.
close.
Line's
Josh.
perfect. They just can't bump
Tap it a
this.
touch.
Girl.
No, it's back.
Girl.
That was dead on perfect if it was that 13 inches lighter.
Good judge.
Or if we nose
Yeah, we
it.
just have to be careful. She might
Even
come
no.
off.
Now we're talking the game here, Vic.
Okay, do you want to nose it and whisker this over?
Where does
Yeah,
Caitlin
or like
go?
right on the nose is good.
She was heavy in the
I don't
previous
want
draw,
this
too.
here.
Yeah,
Either one
yeah, a
of
little
you.
bit. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Those are awfully good
I think if
efforts,
we
but
can
when you're
whisker this
freezing,
here.
it's not a good
Even
shot.
like just high and make the double is good.
You want me to make the double?
Well, make the double is better than
I think if
overrolling.
I'm nose and I miss a double, if she freezes, I can smash it.
Yep, I don't mind unless she chisels off of it.
Okay,
but
so you're
yeah.
trying to nudge this over.
It's so high, she can't chisel off
Okay.
the rock.
You're trying to
And
nudge,
get there.
nudge this one over.
Yeah.
But if we kill it, we're not upset. That upset.
Or if it just overcurls, it's fine too. We just don't want to really overcurl.
She's got this N off M, so I can't overcurl.
Okay.
It's the only thing I can't
Nose?
do, I'd
Okay.
say.
Yeah, high side's fine.
It seems to be curling a hair, right?
Yeah.
What weight rate? Feel?
I guess, yeah, I don't want to overcurl. What weight are you curling? Feel. Okay. Right on the nose, like if I can.
Dead on's
Feels
perfect.
like
You heard them say they
sideways.
might take out their own back one here. That's fine with the score the way it is. By hitting this dead on, you've got a usable stone. What they're worried about is if they ever roll maybe a little too far and set up a bit of a pocket for Caitlin.
Like an eighth of a rock, it'll come out.
So they'd rather
That's it?
take out the shot rock
I'll
and
still keep it
remove the
there.
red than roll too far. Well thought out.
Yep.
Whoa!
Yep.
Yeah. Hard!
Yep.
Holding her first.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Sarah Wilkes.
Whoa, girl.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
How close is that triple?
It's too bad.
Yeah, nice throw.
Yeah.
Wow.
The doubles are automatically. If you get
Yeah.
get it dead on, it's
I don't think it'll do much here.
pretty close to getting a back edge of that third one.
Like basically 7/8 low.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a turnaround?
Oh, it's very close.
7/8 low. Roll it.
It's interesting.
behind
Homan,
Sounds good.
none of the teams seem to react to it.
No,
Yeah.
didn't want to roll that far to her left.
It's possible that sticks it too. Depends
Okay.
how she hits it.
Blank's okay though.
Yeah.
Boy, that's if this is ever made though, what a chance.
Well, when a confidence boost it'll be too.
Yeah. Hair on the inside of center here. Big weight.
Looks good.
Final stone right now facing 3.
Whoa. Whoa. Curl. Curl. Curl.
Here we go. Gordon, touch. Oh, and she stuffed it. And in fact, you heard her say, Homan had just said, she may just stick it, and she will. And so they will get a chance for two, and for Laws, knew that that was a possibility.
Good.
Yeah, either hit it thinner on the center line side or throw the other turn, and you would have got a different reaction on that second rock.
Okay, I like that. Should still be able to hold it. Yeah. You're gonna keep it there? Yeah. Okay. That looks like nice ice. Just normal.
Sorry, Ben.
Yeah.
Yep. Really gotta go. Yep.
Final stone.
Hard. Yep.
Sarah Wilkes.
Yep.
Good shot.
Nice scrub to hold it. And Homan will pick up two more.
Good shot.
Making the most of last rock conversion. 5-1.
Little. Where'd you get on that?
We told you earlier about Rachel Homan and a conversion rate of 56% with last rock, scoring two or more. And she did it again. She got 3 in the second and 2 in the fourth. The lead now 5-1. Welcome back on this Saturday afternoon. Final 4, the women's semifinal, the PointsBet Invitational. And here in 5, it'll be Caitlin Laws, that does have last rock, as the hammer, playing the Yellowstone.
Really nice attempt by Sarah to play the tick. We see in mixed doubles all the time. Tick that corner guard into the ring so that you could hit it. Any thicker, she would have accomplished that.
That's all there. Line's good. Yep.
So Caitlin can start with 2 guards.
Maybe I should, though.
Be careful with your separation, because
pretty tight.
once the
Got a curl.
Homan team's allowed to hit them, you don't want to leave a double here.
Go, 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 go. Got a curl, got a curl.
Like that.
Good sweep.
Okay. High 14.
Okay, Cameron with a steal of 1 to take the lead as they play in 4. Kayla Skurler.
Well, Kate's ability to throw up weight is both helping and hurting her. On her first one, it hurt her. She was playing a hit and roll to like 3, had so much weight it rolled out. That allowed Kayla to try to get in, and she did. And then the advantage for Kate with that up weight was to pick cleanly the Skrillex stone out. So it is 2 that Kayla faces, looking for full 4-foot for the single.
Right off, I think.
We're okay.
Okay, we're just 10.
Nice. Hard, hard, hard.
Good. Good judge, you guys. 1 red.
1 red it is.
Just bite the 4, Deb.
I think I'd rather be 2 it and tap her here than not, hey? But thinking that 4 and a half.
With the 1?
Oh, yeah.
4 1/4?
Yeah, you got it.
I hear Jocelyn saying better to tap it a bit than be light, but if you're top 8, you will not be shot rock, but how does Homan get it out of there?
Weight's close.
Go light with that guy, I think.
Line's good.
Yeah, weight's good.
Line's great.
Top 4.
Got room.
T-line.
No, higher the better.
Just bite the-
Just bite the 4. Curl then. $13.9.
Might have bumped it too far. That was my point. Like, even top 12, how do you get it out? I think it goes, Kathy.
Probably out.
There's enough space between the 2 yellows that even if it goes tick-tick, the speed will probably push it right through.
Yeah, hit the red where the broom is. Hit the right-hand yellow as thin as you can. It goes out. Had to be short there.
Curl. Close. Yep. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Curl. Curl. Curl, curl, curl.
Good shot.
Just straight
Opportunity
draw
wasted
behind
here. Just a fraction heavy.
I think so.
Good shot.
Second 5?
Yeah, or do you like the same short teams with the extra curl? I
No?
went to a 4.5 here.
4.5, you got it.
Got close.
Okay, line's good. Top 4. Clean. Close. Top 8. Yep, then. Hard. Top 4. Hard. Hard.
Really
Hard
big
to go.
curl on this intern side.
Okay. Oh. Good sweep.
Good.
What was that? 14-7.
Caitlin was about 6 inches outside edge of 8 for that.
Appeal.
Yep.
All right, you got it, Tracy.
Do you guys want to try and run it?
Low
Like
side's
low
okay.
side?
Yeah, with the out turn.
Yep.
Okay.
We saw it.
I like that.
This
Yeah, you got
appeal's
it, Trace.
fine.
Yeah.
We can use the sweepers.
It's
Yeah.
real straight here.
Yeah.
This is what the best do. Tracy knows she can't miss this wide and jam it on the yellow.
Yeah.
Hard. Did you feel?
So your chances are you're going to miss it narrow, but that's a better way to miss it.
Keep it there.
Okay. Whoa.
Roll it.
Okay, that's good, Trace.
Good shot.
Good shot.
Over back 4.
Okay. 4. What do you think through the middle here? Like still 14.5 to tee?
Yeah, it's nice. It feels similar to your draw the button.
They're going to play behind the corner.
Yes, they are. And I heard the word back 4. It'd be tempting to go top 12-ish if you could bury it.
Would you ever think of hitting the Homan stone and rolling to that side?
It's just tougher. You could even hit it dead on because it would be a tough double.
Better. Line's
But
great.
the easiest way to bury is just a straight draw, especially on this surface.
Line's great.
Going both
Little
ways
finish,
beautifully.
finish,
You're
finish.
almost 6 feet.
Easy. Just straight curl. Straight curl. Straight curl. Keep going. A little more. Good. Sorry.
You see a piece?
14-6.
Just a very small one.
Good sweep.
Great spot.
Don't mind trying to chase it. You can see it, eh?
I have like a small quarter. I have a quarter.
What do you guys like?
My first thought was the chase.
Yeah, I think so. I think we can chase
I think we
it.
chase, like with
straight
hack
here,
or
right?
board.
Yeah.
So you don't like the chase?
I don't know,
think
it
we
just
just
looked hard
want
to me
to
with
kill
how
it
straight
like
is
hack.
here.
Were you thinking hit this one?
Yeah, that's what
Hack.
I was thinking. But
Or
I
do you
like
not
if
like
you
it?
all
I like it just because if we don't
we throw
roll
hack
there, they
or
can
hit
stuff
that?
another
What do you
one
want?
around.
I think hack's good.
You got it, Trace. That was a 14-9 to back 4, so speed's good here.
Yeah.
You can think
With,
just through.
with hack it'll curl. You can keep it there.
Not a pile of ice, but Emma's pretty sure they can hold it with the brushes.
Wait, easy.
Easy.
Whoa.
Close.
Hack. Not on it.
Close,
Girl.
Emma.
No, not me. You.
Gotta go.
Tracy Fleury.
Gotta go.
Keep going.
Yep.
Keep going.
Great
Great
shot.
shot.
Nice shot, Trace.
Tracy's one of the very best at
Sorry, I wasn't sure.
producing the right speed that the skip wants.
Nice shot. You made that look easy.
And great brushing by Sarah to really knife that stone over and get that finish.
Yeah, it looked wide for a while.
We just try and like hair low side, so if they smash it, then they all go.
Okay.
Straight on the nose or a hair this way.
Okay, 10-5.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wait,
Whoa.
good.
Whoa. Curl. 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 Come on. Cross it. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Go, 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 go. Nice.
Okay, good.
Good sweep.
Shot rock remains Homan.
Nice throw, Selena.
Nice play by Caitlin. Good throw, obviously, too. But because they rolled, didn't stay dead on,
Okay.
there would have been a double. But rolling that way,
Yeah.
Rachel hits the red into the red. One of them stand.
Yes.
Well, she
Very
picks
nice,
it
good speed.
clean. I think they're trying to play the double, Kathy.
How much weight?
You'd have to hit the back one so thin to get across the top.
Okay, I like that.
I guess you just roll on top.
I think so.
Down normal. Okay.
That double is a lot of risk.
Yeah.
No, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, you could double jam it for the same price.
Middle, I think it would have a chance. Okay. How are you going to throw it? Straight through. Okay. Yeah.
Control.
No.
Light.
No.
Yep. Close. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Control. Clean. Close. Clean. Whoa. 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 Hard line. Sit. Okay, good.
Surprised maybe by a little late movement, were they?
Yes. Yeah. It just came up that
awful.
quarter-inch, half-inch.
Yeah.
Trying to stay on top of the red one.
There with hack.
Yeah, you got it.
Get as close to nose as we can.
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised at the spot. Yeah. Try and get as close to nose as we can.
Okay, sounds good.
Just hack. What kind of speed? Just hack. Okay.
You could throw really soft weight, hit the red, and try to sit two.
Awesome.
The angle's just not
Back line, yeah.
ideal.
Just a couple of feet more.
Yeah, you got her.
I want to set up a red double here. You heard Caitlin say, we'll tap out the yellow and try to stay there. Try not to roll left, which will be very difficult.
Clean.
Just hack.
Clean. Yep.
We're not
Whoa,
killing it.
clean. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Hard. Yes. Hard.
To the nose and got there. Just crossed it over and was able to push it back far enough.
Good sweep.
Wonderful shot.
So Laws is sitting 2 and 3.
Yeah.
That is so good. She took her a big risk trying to just hair by that guard.
And the stone rolls under the guard.
Yeah, look at this, how close that is. Soft enough to get maximum curl. They were hoping to nose it. She got to the inside. Really good shot.
Control.
It's-
Do you think I should throw down normal? I like control. It just this middle stuff seems to be taking
Okay.
off on us.
Okay,
Like
throw
we
it
lost
down.
that one.
Okay.
There's the double there.
Same weight.
Was I close to my last?
No,
You were like, yeah, a solid control.
no, not
probably.
for sure.
I just don't know if I can stick around with down normal. Do you think I can?
You were closer to control on your last.
You can if you
Okay,
like touch
same
this
weight
one.
then.
Heavy control.
It was interesting. You heard Rachel say they felt they lost the last one. We saw the jump at the end. I think that is her reluctance to play that little bit of quieter weight, but it's probably the right weight to throw.
Right.
Should come up pretty good, eh?
Yeah, I like
It's
control.
a tricky thing because you cross this, you give up 3.
Yeah.
You nose it, you probably give up 2. So she's going to try really hard to roll, but you can't roll very far either.
No.
Yeah, light. Yeah.
Great defensive team.
Yeah.
Limiting the opponent to mostly singles.
Curl.
Just a little heavy. Hit it exactly where you wanted to, just too much power there.
So a chance for 2. Going to the break.
Wonderful shot from Caitlin Laws.
Yeah. Okay. Right on the nose. Our normal height weight.
In a 2-2 tie.
You got it.
And it looks like 3. Skurlik sitting 3.
Well, she is now. She made a really nice double on her final stone to remove both of Kate's in the forefoot and not jam on either of her own. And so pressure on Kate. She did just throw this in-turn draw to the forefoot.
Becky, really curly.
Final stone in that one to go to the break. Final stone in this one. And Caitlin Law is looking to hit for a couple.
Clean. Well, clean.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Clean.
One? Yeah.
So it'll be a steal of 1 for Skrlik in 5 to take the lead going to the break. And the hit for 2 for Laws. As we go to the intermission in both. 3-2, Skrlik leads Cameron. And Homan up 5-3 on Laws here at the PointsBet Invitational.
The 2024 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by Home Hardware. Here's how. By Scotties, Canada's #1 facial tissue brand. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
Well, she is the defending PointsBet Invitational champion, Rachel Homan, and her team from the Ottawa Curling Club winning the $50,000 a year ago in Oakville. As we check the numbers after 5, Kathy?
Well, it has been a very well-played game. In that second end, Caitlin Laws and her team played so well and left only a slash for Rachel Homan. She was concerned, didn't know the ice, but made no mistake. That 3 is huge, but Laws capitalized in that last end, put rocks in good spaces, took advantage of a couple of maybe not perfect shots, a little bit of weight movement, and got her deuce back, puts her in the game. Some really good numbers, both skips at 93%.
The numbers after 5 brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. Caitlin Laws with a big couple there. Two for sure if you can just punch it out the back. Staying with it now. What she got. And they'll just take their 2. Canada now trying to take advantage. Curl it over. You have a chance to get 2. You have the chance. You got it.
Did you ever take on the split of that tight guard, Russ?
Oh.
I think they're looking at it.
So they're going to take it on. Could this be the game right here? For a possible 3.
It's close.
Here we go. Have you got this 3? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. For 3. And that's it. Canada, the Homan Empire, will rule the world. Canada is your women's curling champion. That was memorable. Never thought. She just totally handcuffed Tirinzoni. Had no shot.
Yes.
So our season of champions will resume in February in Thunder Bay with the Scotties. The Montana Brier will be in Kelowna. Women's World, Swijongbu in Korea. And BKT Tires World Men's in Musha. That is our season of champions. That crowd. Even Kathy, when we talked with Rachel, remember on day 1?
Yes.
She said, first here, and then the crowd in Sydney, she said was something she'll always remember.
Well, she always talks about that Sydney crowd as being the 6th man on their team. Just were so supportive, so loud all week. It was pretty special to be a part of that.
Clean. 6.
I thought it was
Whoa,
real
then.
close.
Whoa.
It's a little up.
6 is too much. Whoa. Needs to curl.
It's there. 7, 6, 7,
No.
5, 6.
Never, never, never.
Got a
More
curl.
separation.
Tracy.
Yeah.
Can I
We
curl
don't
it?
want it there.
Tracy.
Yeah. No, 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 no. Let it die. Way too heavy. No, no, no.
Right to it.
Good.
Well, we already know that Rachel Homan will be at the Scotties as the defending champion, as will Brad Gushue be at the Montana's Brier. But for the second year through the points system, these are the teams that will join them. Chelsea Carey taking over Jennifer Jones, Carrie Anderson, Caitlin Laws. Look at that, all Manitoba. While on the other side, Jacobs, McEwen, and Dunstone. And in the final 4 of the men's field here, 3 of those teams, Gushue, Jacobs, McEwen, are still alive.
Whoa. Nice.
And so nice for those teams to know that they are going to Thunder Bay and to Kelowna, you can plan your season a little bit better to peak at the Canadian Championship instead of scrambling for points or scrambling to get into your provincials or to win it.
Yep.
Yep.
Clean.
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 Good.
They're going to be doing enough scrambling just to get points for the
Good shot, him.
curling trials and
Yes.
the Olympics.
Use this. Okay.
Right around that one.
Think any slower in this middle stuff or no?
No.
I think so.
16 for tight?
Yeah. Yeah.
16 seconds for a tight guard. So you can probably throw 15 and a half and get it in a ring somewhere. That's a nice speed.
Nice
Just
and
tight.
tight. To your
Just
broom.
tight.
Put broom on it. Sweep it a little.
Yep.
Yep. Iron's great.
A little. A little bit.
Yep.
You're good, you're good.
Iron's great. Yep, 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 yep. Nice spot.
Good
Good
job.
sweep.
Good.
Feel.
And keep in mind, this is the big season, of course. We've seen so many teams make changes, trying to fine-tune their teams. The Canadian pre-trials in Wolfville, then the actual curling trials themselves will be in Halifax, all leading to the Winter Olympics in Cortina d'Ampezzo. And those tickets for the pre-trials and the trials go on sale October the 3rd.
One more, yeah. The longer we
And the big change this year with the Olympic trials and the pre-trials is there are fewer teams. There are not 10, there are 8. But unique is that when you get to the playoffs, it will be a best of 3 final. So you will earn it. And if you have a little bit of an off day, you're going to have a second chance.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sure, it's a good idea. Like in theory, if there's one team better than the other, it should work out the right way.
No ad. I've got all there.
It's close. I think you're okay.
Selena
Let
Negavan.
it work, please.
So we talked to Selena prior to the game. And you know, in this
Let
format,
it sit.
in this
Nice
event,
and track.
Just let
if
it
the
sit.
game is tied
More
at the
space,
end of
better.
10, there's no extra end. You have a draw to the button. And so, Kathy, I said, you like it? And she said,
Nope.
No.
They don't mind it here. It's very exciting and they understand it. But you had said to her, you know, what about if you did that at the Scotties or the Briar? And she said, no, part of the strategy of your game is so that when you're playing in the 10th end, the stats will show you very clearly if you have hammer in that extra end, you're at an advantage. You still have to make your shots, but you're at an advantage. If you go to the draw to the button, whether you would have had hammer in that extra end if it were played or not, it's one draw. And you lose the advantage the second you go to the draw to the button.
and then I thought after,
Nice try.
why don't we do two draws? You do 2 draws, one with either turn for the button to get the hammer, right, to start the
Yes.
game. Why don't you do 2 draws in the extra to eliminate the full end?
Yeah, you
And
could
it leads to drama as well.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation, Kath, because if you look from the outside in, if you're tied after 3 hours of curling,
Yes.
why does one team get an advantage?
I would definitely not support it in the playoffs, but in the round robins, the draws are tight. You've got the next teams that are waiting to
sure.
get on. The ice crew needs the time to prep and have the ice ready. And extra ends definitely take a lot more time.
Nice.
So it might be a consideration.
Okay,
runs
just
the
the top.
same.
Just the top. This.
Yeah.
Yeah. Comes up just a touch.
Girl.
Tracy Fleury.
You're okay. We're good.
Just going to go for the one. Smart call. There is
Nice throw,
a
Trey.
potential double under because there's a little angle there, but it brings up the chance of nosing the top one, and you don't want to do that with the score the way it is.
Just a hair high, trying to line them up so that the double rolls out.
Okay. Okay. Just
that 10.5?
Yeah.
You could hit this dead on and spill them, so there's possibly no double. You could try to hit it and roll behind the center. But what Caitlin's going to do is try to just a slight high side so that they're kind of lined up. So if Rachel makes the easy double, she rolls out. And then you know what Caitlin's going to do with the next one. Hard to get the line just perfect that you can get Rachel to roll out, though.
Jocelyn Peterman on the brush. Bang.
Good.
And we'll leave him there.
Perfect.
Sitting 2, but without last draw.
Just perfect.
Who was a 10?
Nice throw, Caitlin.
Your turn. Okay.
Unless you want to come around.
I don't like the come around, I don't think.
I don't think Rachel can make the double and stay
Try to stick your shooter somewhere over.
in the paint. So what I think they're going to do is just so kind of a normal weight, get rid of one of them and roll buried.
Okay. Even if you roll under the guard, you might get shot.
Exactly.
7, 8.
Yeah, she's coming around everything.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to be open. Straight through?
Okay. Big deal. Curl. Everyone, it's floating. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that weight. He wanted to hang around there. It's not the worst.
Stayed there.
Yeah, fell back.
Reach for your draw.
This is exactly what Caitlin wanted.
Step forward.
Now gives her a chance, eh?
Yep.
Same as start of the button.
Higher the better? Or do you want to just take it right back?
Has to be buried number one. You want it in front of the tee line, so probably close to the button as much as possible. If you go top 8, Vic, it just gives Rachel a little more real estate to draw to. It has to be buried first.
Yep.
Good throw.
Thanks. Go for it.
Final stone, Caitlin Lodge. Here in the 6th.
Good.
Top 4.
Okay.
Sweep this.
Let it work.
Put room on it. Easy.
T-line. You have room right now. Chrissy's rock.
Line will be good.
Man alive. Look at where it is, where it has to go.
No kidding.
Back 4.
If it runs out of
Stay with
steam,
it.
you're not going to have
Keep
time
going,
to curl it.
Keep going. Bury it. Go, go, go.
Keep going.
More.
Keep going. Go.
Faster,
Go. Go.
Good sweep. Good judge.
Just slips back T-line, isn't totally buried.
Nice throw.
Can you grab that on the 8-foot?
Two choices. You play a soft, just a heavy draw, guarantee you're one, or you can blank, and blank's a better result.
Heel.
Okay.
Rachel's so good at this type of shot, they're going to take it on. You can't see a lot of it, but there's enough.
We talk often about even ends, odd
I
ends.
gently kept mine there, and I thought they were pretty true to where I let it go. Still came a hair though.
Blank here means that Kathy Rachel goes to the 7th. If Laws holds her to a single, she'll get the hammer back in 8. Is that something they're even thinking about?
Hair left side.
No, I think Rachel's thinking she blanks here. She blanks 7
Okay.
and takes an 8.
All right.
But Caitlin may have a different view.
Playing fast. Really picked her up. Really picked her up. Getting to that line, and Wilkes, as she does so often with a nice brush, to hold up the curl. Will put a blank on the board in 6. Homan by 5-3. Now we have our final 4.
I don't really think you're ready for us as competitors.
Mine's good.
We gon' win it. We gon' keep on winning, you know. I don't really think you're ready for us as competitors. But we on winning. We gon' keep on winning, you know. I don't really think they're ready for us as competitors. We on winning. We gon' keep on winning.
So we're down to our final 4, and we have the first second and third seeds, Guju, Jacobs, McEwen, the number 13. That one may surprise you. That's Jordan McDonald from the Assiniboine Memorial in Winnipeg. He has been the giant killer. We will feature tonight McEwen against Jacobs when we join you, and make a note of the time again, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Guju will play McDonald. So McDonald takes out Matt Dunstone in the Sweep 16. Dunstone, of course, the two-time runner-up on the men's side. And then yesterday, he beats Kevin Cooey and eliminates him. So has he got a third major upset in the making tonight against the number one Guju? We'll find out. But that all comes your way at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So once again, it is Rachel Homan up by a couple, 5-3, leads it as Last Rock playing the Yellow Stars.
Okay, that's good, Em.
Made a lot of noise, just didn't move too much, and then got stuck at the back there, but down to one guard. That helps a lot if you're Team Homan.
What? I can't hear it all. Should be nice here. Yeah.
At the point here, the way the score is, Caitlin has to take some risk.
It's good.
Great room right now.
Not there though, but you can clean.
What? Close. Not moving.
You can clean it.
Selena's rock. Curl.
It's good.
Okay, go.
To your broom.
Keep going. We gotta bury it. Gotta bury it. Keep going. Keep going. Curl, 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 curl. Go, 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 go. Nice. Good sweep. 15-8.
Well, this young lady got a lot of attention for the PointsBet Invitational. Allie McNutt, the reigning Canadian junior champion, in that Sweep 16 when she took out the number 3 seed, the 4-time Canadian champion. Carrie Anderson, 8-6 was the final in that game, garnering a lot of attention, as I say. But then in the next game, when they got down to the final 8 against Kate Cameron, the wheels really came off.
And you know,
in
that game, Vic, it wasn't that they played so poorly. Allie herself really struggled with draw weight. Just had it the day before dialed in, and the more you fight it, sometimes the harder it is. And that really was the story.
Spotlight.
Easy early.
Plow a little, plow a little.
Better room.
You have room.
You're over, Will.
We are
Take a
over.
look.
Yeah. Curl.
Curl Jess.
Yeah.
Just a little deeper than your
Okay,
broom.
whoa,
Keep
whoa,
going.
whoa. Just let it sit. Get some space.
That's good.
Keep that separation.
The other game on the ice featuring the number 10, Kayla Skurlik, against number 6, Kate Cameron. And it is a 3-2, Skurlik leading.
And Kate has had some struggles today. She ignored a stone in the house in the 12-foot, tried to draw around a corner on her first, but went through, and that allowed Kayla to draw into lie 2. This is the force. Kate is electing to play the hit.
Yep, 10-2. You're good.
She's been struggling.
Oh, yes.
Nice roll.
Kate, 54% prior to that stone, but good enough to tie it at 3.
Well, Taylor McDonald, I talked about it in the beginning that she was going to be the key. She's at 83%, and that's why that game is close.
Line's good.
A little less better at.
I thought there.
Good.
Easy.
Keep knees up. We're definitely over.
It's gotta
Joss
sit.
is rock.
Line.
No.
Just let it sit.
Similar.
Nice.
Nice,
Really good.
Lena.
Good sweep.
You like the same way?
Good throws.
Good judge.
Great pair, Selena. Nope. Yeah, clean. Good.
Good. Nice pair. Spot's scary. Nice shot.
do this, and then she hits, and then we have the draw on the next
Sure.
one. That's good.
Why not? Yeah.
That might be smarter. Caitlin was thinking of playing the come around, which certainly isn't wrong, trying to set up a steal, but by hitting this, sitting 2, I doubt if Rachel will draw around the center guard. She might just hit one of them, then Caitlin can bury.
Try and roll like a rock, roll even.
Just a rock. Okay.
Rock or 2.
Sounds good.
Dead on might leave a double for Rachel. Try to roll to the broom side.
Just trying to nose. You could play the double. You could draw. If she rolls out at all, I like the draw.
Well, they are possibly drawing.
Yeah, so why would she, Tracy Fleury said, I like to draw if this stone rolls towards the outside.
Because it's far enough away from the pay dirt that Rachel will be able to count both of them. Might be a double here, though.
Okay.
That was plan C.
Good sweep.
It's okay, Caitlin.
Yeah, good brush.
11. I don't know. What are you thinking? Or just like, I don't think we want to over curl. I think we want to be right in front of it. Yeah.
Top button.
Just top button. We don't want to be to it or they can be shot.
Exactly.
Yep. But if we do go to it and she freezes, you should be able to blast the top one off. True.
Just leave a little bit of space.
You have to do a bit of scoreboard watching. You're not blanking. So how do I get 2? How do I not give up a steal? Because the worst thing is the steal. So that center guard's an issue. So they ideally not freeze this. Keep it on the butt.
It's pretty close to
As you heard them say, if you go right back to it, then there'll be enough room for Caitlin to be shot rock.
Okay. I think this is max ice. Seems to be getting straight on this side.
Yeah. Your extension.
Same thing happened yesterday, Kathy.
Did.
Talked to Mark Kennedy for quite a while, and he was saying it all of a sudden, N6, N7 got noticeably straighter.
Rachel Homan and her first. Caitlin Laws sitting 2 at the moment without the hand.
Really needs to curl. Curl. Curl.
We're behind it.
Yeah. Okay. Curl. Curl.
It's stopping.
I don't
stopping,
think we want
curl.
to bury behind it.
I just didn't want to do that.
Wow.
Weight's pretty close if they got the brim in the right spot, and Caitlin knew it. That was one of our keys. Rachel got caught on some hits getting straighter last night.
Yeah.
And straighter almost always means faster.
Ideally,
It's
we're
a
just
shorter distance.
just biting center.
I like it. Yep.
Boy. Really good chance.
Aren't you surprised, Kathy, a little bit? I mean, I'll tell you I am. That somebody with as much knowledge and skill as Rachel Homan wouldn't be able to get the broom in the right
I think we
place.
don't hit her of the hand. I think
You know what? She's got a ton of skill, but sometimes, you know, you put the broom down and maybe you think that your opponent or somebody on your team threw it back just that little bit. She's so close. If you take a foot off that weight, it would have curled enough. So the margin of extra ice is infinitesimal.
And that is our word of the day.
Sure.
Mine's good.
Weight's close. Top
Infinitesimal.
Great.
Spell it and use it in a sentence, Victor.
Mine's good. Top button. Kristen, all you. Really curly now. Hard line.
Got to get it by here.
Hard line.
Hard line.
Where are you?
So you can't over curl.
We're T.
Caught in between the brushers. That one curled for whatever reason. A little less rotation. Caitlin took a tremendous amount of
There, but
6-7 inches less ice.
Nice throw, Caitlin.
so close.
Perfectly.
So play into the pocket.
Yeah.
There
Yeah, this
over
room
quarter
down.
back. Shoot.
Okay. Go to 14-7 on Caitlin, so her speed's good in the intercept
That
too.
stops a foot higher. It could be
Need a
steal
hair
a
less
2.
than that.
Yeah. Do you like 4 feet less reach?
You can come to the back. Like
Yeah, I don't. I thought I was close.
Yeah.
Okay, couple.
So
feet
that's
left.
the decision,
keep your extension.
right, Russ? You're tightening up the broom, moving a little bit more towards the center line. Is it? And then somebody says, "Do you want to take some weight off it?" That's where the game is played.
Yeah, and it could be a double whammy because, late in the game it could slow down a bit and curl like Caitlin. So if Rachel tightens the ice and throws it lighter, she's in trouble. But this is a similar path to that first one.
And no brush at all. Like now it's picked up. Now will it curl over enough? Watch out here. This could be 2, and it will be. My goodness. Back-to-back misreads by Homan. Steal a 2, and we are tied at 5. It's the PointsBet Invitational from WinSport Event Center on the grounds of Canada Olympic Park. And steal of 2 by Caitlin Laws, and we're suddenly tied at 5. Rachel Homan with the last rock has the hammer again, playing the Red Stones. But back-to-back misreads and overthrows results in that steal of 2.
We're in.
Long center went up from Laws, the corner from Homan, and then that didn't make the rings. The second stone by Gordon.
Which keeps in that free guard zone, and Team Homan can't do anything about it at this point. Standard play here. Caitlin's going to jump the middle up as much as possible. Rachel's trying to drag the play out to the sides around this corner yellow.
Go on, Trace. 7, 8. Keep it going, Trace.
Definitely behind the tee line.
Yeah, straight over.
Trying to slow this thing down.
Keep going.
Keep going. Right back.
Yep. Whoa,
Yep.
whoa.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. Good spot.
Go for it.
Okay, this is my one. Still, I think I can think of 14 and a half.
Yeah.
You like that?
A little more with this one.
4 1/4?
Yeah.
You are seeing it come down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Slightly slower rock, and they feel it slowing down a fraction, probably in the 4-foot strip. Not out wide.
Hard line! Hard line!
Jocelyn Peterman.
Hard line! Really gotta go. Hard line! Hard! Clean up! Hard!
Trying to sneak this by. No.
Finish it. Yep.
Oh, that was so close.
Sweet. 14-6.
How much weight in? Do you like control?
I think I need last time. I only could see 2/3.
Whoa. Talk about a closed scoring area.
Yes.
And final stone
Really similar.
coming up
Really similar. You got it.
for Kayla Skurlik out of the Garrison here in Calgary.
Well, I think Kate's face said it all. Was trying to draw into that bundle on the first, was a little bit heavy and rolled off. That allowed Kayla to come in, and on her final stone, Kate was trying to throw the out turn and get in, and she ticked on the front and actually opened up the area a little bit more.
Yeah, keep doing that.
Looks
Really
like
curling,
2, a
get the
chance
movement.
for 3.
Okay, careful with the speed. Straight. Hard! Good, Kayla.
Wow. For 3 spot.
Okay.
Goodness,
Can I
6
take
to 3.
One pusher. Okay. Yeah.
Pretty precise shot there, Kathy.
She's made some very precise draws and hits. Margot is struggling a little bit, her third, but Kayla's just very solid.
Hard! 11! Whoa! Stay with the yes! Gotta go!
Well, Skurlik has already played 3 events. This is his 4th. And based on points for this season, she is the #1 team in our country at the moment. Having lost a couple of finals and went to a semifinal in the 3rd event. So based on the points strictly from this very young season, she is the #1 team in the country.
No, curl. More weight. Curl. Solid board. Gotta go to stay. Keep going.
Hard.
Keep going.
Keep going. You got it. Go.
All right.
Whoa.
Okay. Good.
The hit and roll's still there. One more try. Selena Negavan.
Anything?
Yeah.
Anything? Nothing.
10. Yeah, 9-8. Okay.
4.
Nose is okay too.
Yeah.
Not a terrible situation for Laws either
Yeah,
here.
you think on the light side.
Sounds good.
It just happens to roll to a point that you can't raise it. You just see Caitlin come right around everything.
Heavy.
Same as Emma's last.
It's close.
Curl. Curl. Not even at nose yet. Go, 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 go. Keep
Hard.
going. Okay. Just lots of weight.
Yeah.
That's fine, Tracy.
Okay, 10-5.
So it seems to be, for lack of a better term, a little bit of a channel here. No, nobody's being able to get across the nose. So how do you, in fact, how can you get across the nose to get the flip?
Less weight, less ice, but I think it's back to what happened last end, and we saw this yesterday too. It's getting a hair straighter, and they're not picking up on it. This one's going.
Jocelyn Peterman now got to sneak it by a couple here if you're going to get the roll. Here we go. She's across, and you saw Caitlin Laws check over her shoulder because she wanted to see where that stone was at the back 12.
Caitlin got caught in between. They actually could have quit brushing that, get a little more curl, make the double.
Okay, go top 4.
They were hoping to save it,
I like either. What do you guys
hit it thicker and save it.
Good speed. Needed to well.
Yeah.
Let it come up just there. Hard call. Yeah.
Team Homan keeps missing a little bit wide lately, and Caitlin's kind of going the other way, then tightening the berm up, and at some point it's going to go. It's not an exact science.
Kill that one. Okay.
I haven't seen any slowing down in the 4-foot area any of the games, but normally that's what'll happen. Get a little bit of softer area where all the play comes, all the curlers slide both ends.
Little solid. Hard.
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 Hard. You gotta go.
Tracy flurry, but Emma miscue right out of it. She barely had her hand off the handle.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And we'll get to that stone and move it over.
Whoa.
And look, it covers her stone now, back 12.
That was just a wonderful play. And most teams would either peel a long guard or draw somewhere, but the only rock that can hurt Rachel Homan is the one they were aiming at here for Tracy, and it was dead buried. She rolls it through, gets it out. That takes the danger way down the middle and guards that back yellow.
Yeah.
So it's a tough cat to hide this, or somebody with Holman's skill set can't get it.
Just because that guard is so long.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's not there.
So they killed the dangerous guard.
We could try and play the hit on theirs and roll in, but our guard's so long, so it's kind of an easy 2. So we're just going tight.
Yeah, you think she's coming around?
That's fine. We can
And I like it.
freeze. Speed's still good here.
Throwing up another guard here.
Yeah, a tiny bit. Pretty tight. You can be brooms off here.
Concept Vic is if it's in the rings because of the long guard, Rachel will just simply hit it out, sit 2 with hammer.
Sit for line.
Don't want it in.
Mine's good. Mine's really nice. Nice.
Good shot.
Good touch. Good. Good eyes.
Nice
Thanks,
serve.
Sarah.
Good eyes, Jess.
Even half buried's fine.
Yeah.
Interesting. This one is a little more tucked. Right?
Around.
Yeah. Yeah. It was much tougher to hit, so Rachel's going to draw. And
I think she
that
was close to that. And she was straight through.
gives Laws a chance because let's say this goes deep or wide open. Needs to be pretty good. Top 8, top 4, mostly buried or fully.
We want to be full 4.
Okay, we're thinking 4 feet less than your last one. I don't think it'll be as fast as what you were in.
Okay.
Do you like that?
Sure. I thought I was close to my last one. I feel like there was
Yeah.
just like a trough there.
It's just faster in general.
Okay.
So
Just a couple feet
couple
less.
feet
is good.
less will
Keep
do
your
it.
extension though.
Wonderful. behind the button is the worst result here. Kathy, even if this is like edge on edge, top 8.
Oh, that'd be a great shot.
Yeah, and then you can use it.
Line's really wide. Go for weight. Line's really wide.
5.
Looks really good, guys. Finish.
Stay close, Em.
You're gonna curl.
Go.
You gotta curl.
Carve it. Carve it.
It's wide open with
Carve
air.
it.
You gotta
Carve
go.
it.
Go.
Hard.
Hard.
Miscue now.
Hard. Keep going. Go.
Trying to carve it over, and they'll leave it. It appears mostly open, sitting top edge of the 4.
We're just sweeping them early and then
Sitting 2.
We're just cleaning that.
It's a good spot, though.
that. Like, that's where we wanted it, right? It was just the line.
Yeah, it's just like we could sweep that hog in really goes off.
I think
It's buried enough you can't roll to the right and be buried.
Chase is tricky because some of them are like really straight and some have curled. I'm just trying to think.
Yeah.
Either 2 options are chase or draw right beside it. Even if we're not shot, it's a pretty good shot.
What are you seeing?
Timeout for
I think, like,
Laws.
realistically, like, a deuce here, deuce blank, deuce, draw the button.
Yeah.
Pretty darn, like, that's totally fine in this, like, in this format, right?
Yeah.
So I think, like, that outturn draw is no picnic.
No, yeah. The 2 options are you try and get to nose
Yeah.
or you try and draw right beside it
Yeah.
with the out.
Yeah. What do you see, Caitlin? Like, do you like that outturn draw? Like,
I like both because I've seen both turns, but
as long as we stay in front of it on the outturn draw, right? Then it
yeah,
cuts
like
your
even if
scoring
we're
area
not
down a little bit.
there, but that was your first thought, was just with it?
First thought was just giving her a deuce. Yeah.
So like hack on the one.
Hack on the one, like hit it, like stick your shooter so she can't play the split. And
Yeah.
then, like try to blank the next end and away we go, right?
Just haven't seen hack in the spot because
Yeah.
some have curled.
I'm
some
okay
have
with the
run
outturn
straight,
draw as well. Like, do you like that outturn
No,
draw?
I'm 50-50.
Okay, I think we just hit and give him a
Okay.
deuce.
Okay.
Stick your
Solid
shooter,
hack,
okay?
we gotta make sure we kill it.
Yeah.
It's a tough spot for Connor to be in because he comes out thinking, and he laid it out, deuce, blank, deuce, and then you do the draw. But Caitlin's had 2 choices and neither were the hit. So how do you, as a coach, try to balance your opinion when it's not one of the choices? But I think he didn't sell it hard, but it made enough sense that they're going to play the hit.
Yeah, no kidding. And that was the other option, but he brings up a great point. If it stops here, you give up 2. If it stops here, you give up 3.
That's it. And I thought the other thing that he said was really good was just reminding them that sticking around is hugely important because of that stone that is just outside of the house. There's a split there for multiple points if you roll out.
Caitlin gets the line right here. They might just try to hair the guard and nose it and make the hit for 2 a little tougher.
Clean, yes!
Final stone for Caitlin Laws.
Clean. Close toss. Yep. Whoa, clean. Nice.
Oh boy, got right to the nose.
Yeah, nice play.
Great weight control, huh? Just
yeah.
Good throw.
Nice throw.
Just board.
Oh, wait.
Board. Okay. I'll keep it there.
Okay, perfect.
It's running fairly straight with board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems to be the
Just
weight.
practice. I still kept mine there.
Yeah, it comes back
Yeah.
nicely.
final stone and Rachel Homan.
Yep.
Looking for a couple. Get that deuce right back.
Clean. Clean. Whoa.
And she will. So Homan turns it right around after giving up the steal. Comes back with 2 of her own here in the 8th. Narrowing the field down. We started, of course, with 16, got to 8. Now we're at 4. And within the next 45 minutes or so, we should be down to the final 2. On the women's side of things here at the PointsBet Invitational, Win Sport Event Center. Nice bounce back for Rachel Homan. Gave up that steal of 2 and 7. Replied with her own couple, and so here we go to 9. And it is Caitlin Laws out of the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg with Last Rock has the hammer, playing the Redstones.
Whoa.
We were quite concerned about Rachel's come around. They were worried about it being wide, but it ended up in the exact right spot. Caitlin couldn't roll inside. If Caitlin rolled the dice and tried to draw to the button, there would have been an angle raise for as many as 3. It was just
I think we'll
she
play
was
this.
guaranteed a deuce,
I know
really.
what it's gonna do.
Nice.
Well, we saw Kayla Skurlik score 3 and 7, and it appears that Kate Cameron may have a chance to get a couple back.
Well, she certainly does. Kate made a really good one on her first. She hit and rolled into a pocket and was second shot. No way to remove it. And so to split the house, Kayla was playing the draw, and she went deep. And so this is an open hit now for 2.
Yes! Yes!
Well, so has to settle for just the single. It's been a struggle for her today, no doubt.
Normal. Whoa. Reach good. Good shot.
Caitlin, partly because of the draw to the button rule, and is just going to play this end out. Get the blank. Try for obviously 2, maybe 3 if they could in 10, knowing they've got the draw to the button chance.
11. Nice.
Does nothing. Nice.
Have to roll it 3 feet.
Can roll
Straight
completely
here?
the other side. Yeah, straight.
No, no,
Up
no.
normal.
Back this up. You could tell on the
Roll it
release
out,
that
hard.
they
Hard.
want to roll towards the center line. They're not going to.
Hey.
Better than a nose, though. That would be a guard that Caitlin might use.
All right, let's go this way.
Okay.
Okay, thought of
14
process
back
here. Is this what their coach Connor Negevin was thinking?
The
9 blank here and try to get a deuce.
Yeah.
Force the draw to the button for the whole thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Matter of fact, Connor was on the team with Reed Crothers. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was 3 down playing the 9th.
Yep.
Blanked the 9th. Got 3 and 10.
And we all said, why are they blanking
Why
the
are they
9?
playing?
It's because they did, but in fairness, they got some opportunities,
Yes,
but
yes.
with some misses. But still, both teams happy to just run this up and down and
Okay.
And,
take your chances in 10.
and right, and you know, there's the odd time you'll see a 3. Crothers did it, and that wins you the game. And if Caitlin can get the 2, she's still got a 50-50 chance of winning the game in the draw.
No, no. We're rolling in. Yep.
If we
hard.
didn't have Kathy.
Really hard.
Yes.
So if we didn't have the draw to the button, like we would normally have an extra end, would this be played any differently?
Probably not.
Okay.
I think that Caitlin would still want to have Last Rock coming home in the hopes that she scores 3.
You're better at these, so surprised.
Less.
I think you gotta go.
Okay. Go when you like.
Hard, 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 hard. You can't be a guard. You can't be a guard. Go, 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 go. Hard, Kristen. Push, push. Go, 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 go.
Faster.
Keep
Faster.
going. Hard, 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 hard. Go, 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 go.
Good season.
A lot of urgency there because, as Celine had said, partway down, it can't be a guard because Homan, when this situation goes around it, and Caitlin might be forced to a single.
Oh my god, no, go, go, go. You cannot be a guard.
So Skip Stones to come here in this 9th.
Normal.
No.
Clean. No.
Wow.
Oh, no. Curl.
Well, you know,
Keep going, Em.
those
Yep,
30, that
yep,
33%.
Yep.
We saw her miss the 2 draws, remember?
Yeah.
In the 7th when she gave up the steal to 2.
That's fairly harsh marking, too. Those draws were, I don't know, one was a foot heavy, the next one was maybe 3 feet heavy. They weren't too far off. If you're trying to draw the rings, she'd be 100%.
Kind of thinking just peel it out.
What?
Thinking just peel it out
Okay.
because I don't want her to randomly decide to come around it.
Sounds good.
You good with that?
Yep.
It's an interesting decision because if you do hit and stick, normally you would. Nothing says that Rachel would ignore it, but she could. She could go around it, and then now all of a sudden Caitlin's trying to play a run back or be down 3 coming home. So probably not a bad call.
Not at all. And, and even if you make the run back, Holman's got a hammer coming home.
So you saw there a 91% game being thrown by Caitlin Laws. That, if it holds up, will be the highest percentage of any skip in the event so far. The previous high is 90, and that was by Allie McNutt, the junior champion, when she beat Ainerson.
Is that right?
90%.
Do you want to talk about it?
You're talking about the come around now. It's tempting.
You like this?
Would you rather be tied with or?
I like either. Okay. Pin roll over. Okay.
Two up. It's still fairly good odds to hold Laws to 1 next end and win the game.
The other side of it is you go around,
Yeah.
and if you manage to steal 1, now you're 3 and in control. And if Caitlin makes it, you're forcing her to take her 2, and you get last rock,
Exactly.
which is control position in 8.
Okay, that's good. Good shot.
That's what this draw the button in the extra end does. It really
Makes you really think. Yeah.
There's more options.
I think it would be terrific in our national championship.
For sure.
I agree with you. I don't think 1, but give them two choices or 2 shots at it. Draw the button, 1 on either side.
Hill there or something. Okay.
Caitlin's husband, Stefan Vijay, I was asking. He's still after a career playing in Europe. He's still a scout for the LA Kings, as well as they have their farm, of course. They just took in their wheat crop for the year. Very successful, she said. She'll take the last rock down by 2 to 10. Hate to admit it, I'm caught mid-cookie. So sorry. Welcome back to Meet Chewing. As we go to the 10th, and it's 7-5. Homan leading Laws. Kathy.
It would have been really interesting last end, I think, if the draw were made. And Rachel was thinking about it. I'd be really interested to see what other teams would do.
Just lean on it, lean on it. Go for weight. Line's okay. Line's good.
So center goes up
Take a look. Make sure. Got to curl a bit. Looks over.
from Homan.
Looks
Corner
over.
from Laws with
Gotta
last rock
curl.
playing the Redstones.
Curl. Hard. Keep going.
It is fascinating how it's changed, though, Kathy. You know, like here's Homan 2 up, and I'm going to give you 2 guards that you can hide behind to make my shots harder.
We shook our head the other night.
Yep.
What, if we give you to the middle, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Kayla Skurlik with last rock against Kate Cameron, up by 2.
And this is the potential to be game. On her final stone, Kate Cameron did make a double, but rolled out, and so you can see that red, yellow, the way that it is lined up, looking for just off nose hit. 3 or 4 at play.
Yeah, if you can punch it through that hole.
Tosh.
Ashton Skurlick, Margot Fleming on the brush, Sherry Lynn Ramsey calling line.
Good right, Kale.
And settle down. And yes, indeed, that's 4 more. And that is handshakes and a win for Kayla Skurlick. The Calgary girl stampedes her way to the final. Makes the final 10-4.
What a great year they're having so far.
Absolutely. Said earlier they played 3 spiels, lost 2 finals, lost 1 semi, and now they're going to another final with a $50,000 check possible.
Don't hold the line. Curl.
How's line? Hey, curl it.
Line's good. Just a distance.
Almost going to throw up 2 guards. You knew what Laws was going to do. This is the key shot right here. Look at that. Now, at this point, it's a real tough 2.
Like one more?
Do you think we can do that, or do we have to?
I kind of like one more.
Do you like this?
Top 8.
Kristen's first one was just plain too deep, Kathy.
Yeah.
That was even top 12 buried.
15?
I think so often people think, oh, well, it's perfect because it's right on the top of the button. But the higher that is, even if it's 8 foot, your opponent freezes to you. You've got the whole 4 foot to get that second point. And it's not that they can't, but boy, it's that real estate is shrunk dramatically.
And that is a telling statistic. Just 3 of 11 hammers, last rocks, converted.
Curl if you can. Curl, curl, curl.
Conversion always considered to be 2 or more with the hammer.
Good. Nice. Good sweep. Okay.
Like back 4.
Okay. Doesn't look great to top. I can only see a sliver. I was thinking
the one guard's not in play.
Yeah, I was thinking just the draw, but
I think we have to move it a little bit.
why?
Really?
Little light's okay.
Yeah, Y's right.
I think you can get to nose with back line.
Okay. So I think you can throw
Just
the
back
same weight on.
4.
Hooked up. Do you like that? Maybe a hair more?
Okay.
I'd suggest the Laws red one is helping Homan here. So why release your own yellow so it can be removed?
Room.
Five and light. Yeah, gotta go. 6.
Go ahead.
Just at 6.
Hard then. Good. Hard line's
Hard.
great.
Just
Hard
a
line.
5.
Hard line.
Tighter line.
Hard.
Sarah.
Hard. Gotta get it by. Hard.
Hard, Sarah. Go, go,
Hard.
go, go, go. Keep going, keep going.
Hard. Keep going. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Yep, yep, yep.
Where do you want it?
Whoa, 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 whoa. The spot.
Okay.
It works. It's really good, huh?
I kicked out a little too hard, so I couldn't.
That's okay. It's a good spot.
They've already used their timeout.
Like they have that. Just thinking if we put one right there, even if we unlock it a hair, but just freeze, let her make a play at that, and then we might have something to come off of this.
Try to get low here.
If we can, yeah.
I
You
like
like that?
Yep.
Just right on the nose.
Yeah.
Hey.
Bite the 8.
That overcurl
Okay,
from
so
Miscue
just bite the 8.
worked out well.
This is my 8 now, so
Hammer that with the
I'd like to
out-turn
give
if
you a
they
hair
have to.
less.
Emma just threw a 15-3.
I did.
Emma.
I added, but I think you're
Close.
light.
No, you're close. Top 8.
I think we're late.
Lead. Yep,
Right
line.
to it. Yeah, line.
Hard line.
Peterman thinks she may have given it a little extra push. Now as it marks their break, you got to navigate that one.
Top 12.
Can you get by this one? And it's going to die out there.
Yeah, just
Okay.
plain light from the get-go. Just a little.
It's funny, she thought she had something to it.
What was that?
I guard this red.
What do they have over there right now? Don't
Well,
we
they
just
have a
guard
draw
this
for
side?
2.
Like a wide guard on this side?
Guard this side. They can come through the
That's
hole.
what they have right now to lay 2.
Thinking this first, but it does like. What were you thinking?
Do we ever put something over here? Because this is what they have right now to lay 2.
Mm-hmm. They can never run that for 2.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about them lining these up.
Sorry?
I'm a little bit nervous about them lining these up on ours.
But that 4 is not going anywhere.
That's Caitlin's. If it's the last shot of the end,
Like a shot later.
that's what she'd do with the out turn draw.
Time?
This
Go right here,
raise
it's really
over
good.
here,
It's just precise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Is
is.
there a
Well,
bad spot to put that?
Should we call it time?
Time. Time out.
kick out their
Time.
own rock, so they'd have to do it with soft weight. They don't.
So what are you thinking
They talked
over
about a
here?
port, but the port, if it gets through the port's going to wreck on the top yellow. So.
We could guard it, but then yeah, it's
We
scary.
could
if they
come
wreck
right
on
here
this
and
one.
line that up. What are you seeing, Brendan?
I'm seeing a draw. Do we have any idea how to make this out turn draw before?
Like here.
Yeah,
Not there, because they're going to double our yellows out. You got to go
got
past
to be
that
at least
yellow.
T line.
Or here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're almost making the stagger worse for her though to get around.
I would just hate to leave her help her.
Yeah, light's okay.
Yeah.
My first thought was like something up here.
That would play, but corner frozen on the yellow one isn't very good because
Yeah.
she'll just come around the whole works.
Okay.
That looks really tough.
It looks, yeah, with the
I'm
guard
just
there.
worried if she makes it, they're lost.
Yeah.
Oh, I just smashed that.
What do you guys like?
Yeah.
Okay,
What do you like, Trace? You're throwing it.
What do you like? Tight?
I'm fine with the top 12 one
Just
a
she's
foot out
gonna-
of the house.
She could slash that and pick it. You're fine with what? Here?
Yep.
That works. Okay, go throw it. Get in the hot. Curl here. Brennan? It's curling here.
Oh yeah, I would play
Middle?
it to curl.
Or more?
It should be fresh. Yeah.
Rach, is it easiest with the choke line
I think
or no?
no. Where it is.
Okay. No, it'll over curl.
So top 12's the call, right?
So, Kathy, remember what we said when we talked with Emma Miskey?
Yeah.
That is
And guard
what
isn't-
they're going to rely on Brendan Botcher for
Got it, Trace.
this season, or at least early this season. That kind of question. What's the ice doing at this point? You've watched it. It's going to be fresh. Now
And
you
it's-
know.
And it's not that Rachel's not watching it, but sometimes
heavy.
it's just nice to have that
Where?
reassurance that it's changing. You heard him say it's fresh,
7,
meaning they're going to be
close
fresh
to
pebble
11,
out there.
8,
It might
hard
run a
then,
little bit
8.
before it starts to go.
7.
It's really
Whoa,
going.
whoa. Yes, crash. No, let it crash.
We're going to line them up
Let it
here.
crash, curl. Well,
Needs to stop. Needs to stop.
Okay.
It's a good spot.
You got the little rub and roll off, maybe just a stone
Not bad, actually.
deeper than they wanted.
Yeah, I think she's on the guard if she threw less weight. It
Yes,
was
yes.
really curling.
Was it ever?
10-5 probably.
Lucky it did curl, because if it kicks a little farther, you could potentially
Good
play
half.
the yellow double and
Cover up.
pick that yellow that's between the two reds. And Caitlin would be too buried. So they're going to come down now, hit about 3/4 of the one that Caitlin's standing at, kick it into the yellow that's dead buried center line.
10. Hard.
Selena Negovan, Jocelyn Peterman
Hard.
want to angle this
Hard.
back,
Okay.
and she unlocks shot
Sweet.
stone. So the shot rock for the moment belongs to Homan. Laws needing 2 to tie to force
the
a draw
red?
to the button.
Yeah.
No, 2/3.
Draw. You can never throw the same shot and make that angle bad. Okay. Same thing. You just threw it.
Okay. Same weight?
Yep. Okay, you got it, Trace.
So guarding against what I think is the red onto the 2 reds.
I think actually they're trying to play the similar shot, and if they can jiggle the yellow on the center line onto the red. Right now the red-red combo, just even through the hole, is lined up on the Homan
Okay.
stone. But if you jiggle one of the reds, it goes by their own.
Yeah, to kick the red at all, and it won't hit the shot
Yes.
yellow.
Hard. Okay.
Woo.
Okay. Okay, that's not bad, Tracy.
Kind of worked in reverse. She
The red goes
Yeah.
didn't kick the red, but she kicked the yellow far enough. But
Tap this.
Caitlin can definitely tap this and sit one.
Back 4.
But then that yellow top forefoot at the 11 o'clock position will be raised at 100 miles an hour.
Okay. 14.5.
Like that 4.5.
Don't see too much else, Kath. You got to get in there soon.
Yeah, this is Selena's second.
Yeah.
You absolutely do.
A little fortunate flurry in that last one. So they've got options now. Be a little firmer here because the red will hit quite a bit of the yellow.
See? You gotta go. Hard line. Oh my gosh, push. Hard. Really gotta go. You just gotta change the angle here a little bit. Okay. Good sweep.
That did not work. Just a little light. They wanted like a back 8-ish there. Just light enough that it curled on her.
What are you thinking? Think we... Like, I could throw this and get that one out. It's really thin.
I don't think you have to. We're sitting.
Do you like guarding something on
I
this
was thinking
side?
guard.
She has the same tap, and then she's line 1.
Yeah, but it's hard for her to. She'll have to make the tap again, then we guard the tap. I think we guard this.
Okay, she can double these off and lie 1.
Lie 1, but then you should be
Can
able to
double
block.
those off
But
and
then
lie
you should
1.
be able to block the shot for 2.
It's a lonely yellow, though.
What are you seeing? We only have 2 minutes for both your
My
shots.
first thought
so.
was a guard.
If Caitlin
Okay, you got it, Rachel.
was throwing now and she's not, and she made that, then there's this to sit a bundle. So the tap is there, and I think Rachel's just going to guard it. The tap, red tap to the port that Selena just tried is there to sit 1. How does Caitlin get the 2?
Line's good. Okay, that's all right. It's gonna die out here. Needs to curl.
No, line's good.
Needs to curl.
Skip still.
2.5. 2.5.
Here in this 10th, Rachel Homan.
You gotta go.
Miscue.
Keep going.
Keep going up. Keep going. Yep.
Now Wilkes.
Keep going.
Go.
Keep going. Keep going. Yep. Good.
Close it off.
Yep. Very nice.
Good shot.
Tap the rock. The calf.
Yep.
Like there with hack.
Like that.
I'm guessing you can throw. It looks like with the ice they're taking, they're going to go tap, that type of thing. If you throw a little too much weight and you hit it here, this one will drag enough that it might not stay. It might tickle the shot rock, but it might not stay. So I think it's kind of a triple raise to the button.
Weight's good.
Close.
Yep. Weight straight. Hard.
Caitlin Laws first.
Whoa. Clean. Close.
Peterman.
Whoa.
Negative
Girl.
calling line.
Girl.
Now,
Girl.
Gordon. Here we go. Oh, and
It just didn't come up for her. Back to that theme of getting a hair straighter as the game went along. They love that early.
Just draw again.
The weight really came off, too. I don't know how much it would have moved.
Yeah.
The yellow.
Hole here. I don't know if that helps them. It's not to lie to. Okay.
Start curling and stop curling.
Yeah, or on top of it. Yeah. Well, I think if we get it under, like there's.
You just don't like the same draw that.
Sure. That's fine. We just don't want to be too. I just don't want to leave her a triple. Right now, she doesn't have anything on those.
There's nothing.
You don't
for
like
2.
putting another one in.
We can't, like right now, they can't get them all out. The only way is that guard.
You don't think she has a triple right now?
No.
Does she have some of that yellow though? Can't she just thin it?
No.
I'm worried she has a triple right now.
I don't think so.
She can't
Go
hit
top
that.
12 if you want, right in front of it's good.
Yeah. Middle of 12, please.
Middle of 12. You have time, Rach.
Okay, speed's good out here.
Really,
Rachel.
it's fast.
Yeah.
Little
Okay.
light's okay.
Okay. Do you like the same weight that I just threw?
I do.
Okay. Get to 4 foot, guys.
A little surprised they're coming in this deep in case it spills them into a bad position, but at the same time, Kath, I don't even T-line weight. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you hurt yourself.
I don't either.
So she stopped the clock at 23 seconds already. Kristen Gordon has gone down to get the stone ready for Caitlin Laws, who only has 50 seconds left on her clock. Is there something through there?
There is, but I don't think that middle yellow goes very far.
No, because I see the one of the yellows going off a red and just essentially stopping.
Line it up a bit.
Yeah, so you that one gets in there, I don't think it goes right through here. And then you still got to get the shooter. In that case, if you hit this one first, is it going to hit this one? You've got a little better angle off of here, I think, but they're not trying it, obviously, but I don't think there's a triple.
7. And she stops it with 1 second. And will not. And so Rachel Homan will pick up 3 more, and she'll have a chance to defend her PointsBet championship, make the final 10-5. So the #1 seed is through, and my gosh, still undefeated this year. This is number 11 straight wins for her this season. And so we do have the defending Canadian champion and Kayla Skurlik, who this year is the top team in our country at the very moment. So it's 1 against 10. Homan will play Kayla Skurlik from Calgary in the final of this year's PointsBet Invitational.
The 2024 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By Sponge Towels Paper Towel, nothing absorbs like it. And by Home Hardware, here's how.
Here we go. Smile, everybody. Big win for Rachel Homan out of Ottawa as we take a look at the game story. As she'll get to defend her PointsBet championship. Interesting note for Caitlin Laws, has now lost in the semifinal 3 consecutive years. It was a good bounce back for Homan. She gave up that steal of 2 in the 7th, replied right away, goes on to 10-5, really locking down the house, and Laws had no chance. Game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. Emma Miskew talking with the media as they will be on to the final against Kayla Skurlik, #1 against #10. Tonight, it's the men's Final Four, and we will feature Mike McEwen, wonderful prior, of course, a year ago. Brad Jacobs having taken over Brendan Botcher's team. That will be our feature of the 2 games when we join you tonight, and make a note of the time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Rachel Homan, Kayla Skurlik. Really the top 2 teams in our country at the moment. And they will meet for this year's PointsBet Invitational Championship tomorrow. So until we talk with you tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time with the men's Final Four, thank you for joining us here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.